Yeah. Look at my boy. Ready to go to war with Matthew Stafford. And I get why y'all don't like him. Because as y'all can see by this photo I made right here, he was drafted. We'll talk about this. We'll talk about this right now. I understand why y'all don't like him. I understand.
Fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to victory. Fly, Eagles, fly, score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
What's up, y'all? And welcome to another edition of the Jalen Freaking Hurts podcast. And welcome to the Jalen Freaking Hurts Kingdom. Hurts Kingdom. Jalen Freaking Hurts Kingdom. Hurts Kingdom. Jalen Freaking. With the most entertaining Eagles content creator in the game, your boy Mr. Miss Kukak on YouTube representing the birds. Here on the Jalen Freaking Hurts podcast, we talk 95% of Jalen Freaking Hurts with just a hint of Philadelphia Eagles. Y'all know what we got to do. Y'all know what we got to do.
Acknowledge me!
Cool Cat Connor officially acknowledged Jalen Freaking Hurts. There we go. As a franchise quarterback.
Acknowledge me!
Now hit my guy's intro.
Jalen Hurts. Let's see if he can get something going. There's Hurts. He's back. Fire. Touchdown. They really came out on fire. Hurts.
He is in such control.
Hurts. What a play by Jalen Hurts. Beautiful throw by Hurts. 3 rushing touchdowns. Give me a little more of that. Boy, that hurts. Boy, did he make magic happen.
Jalen Hurts, number 1.
That really hurts.
So let's get to this before we get to preview the Rams and recap Washington one more time. I understand, right? I want y'all to see a photo that I created, okay? Because I understand. As we look at this photo that I just created, right? I understand why some of y'all don't like this kid. I understand why you don't like him. These photos tell stories, as y'all can see. Photo number 1. He was drafted in the 2nd round. We had Carson Wentz. We questioned why we drafted him, and yet look at him now. Photo number 2 was in the Super Bowl. Went toe to toe with God Almighty Patrick Mahomes. 5 minutes away from winning, if it wasn't for you know who. And of course, our boy rocking the Kelly Green. And of course, what he's doing right now. Right? And for those of y'all who wants to see a little bit more, bam. Okay? So I get it. I understand why you don't like him. Because whether it's 2020, 2021, 22, and 23 and 24, all these photos right here, behind, right here, all have one thing in common. My boy wins. All 3 photos have one thing in common. My boy wins. And some of y'all don't like that. Some of y'all don't like the fact that whether it's 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, he is 42-19. Or if you count 41-16, whatever you prefer. All my boy does is win, and you hate him. Why? Because Howie T, build a roster behind him. AJ Brazil, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert. What up, Daniel? Brought in Miles Sanders, then Swift, then Saquon, then build a defensive. I now know why y'all hate him. For starters, number 1, he is the quarterback of your Philadelphia Eagles. Because he rocks this and got the wing on his helmet and represents this right over here, you hate him. You hate him. You don't want the Philadelphia Eagles to succeed. No, some of y'all wanted this team to remain losers. Right? Number 2, Carson Wentz. Let's be real. Some of y'all love Carson Wentz. I did back in the day. Without Rock the Artist. I did back in the day. I loved me some Carson Wentz. You know what happened? He left. He didn't want to be here. You want to know who wanted to be here? This man right here. Hence the photos. Huh? Hence the photos! He wanted to be here. Hence the photos! 2020, Carson Wentz got benched because he sucked. Who stepped up when we needed him the most? Number 2, a.k.a. number uno, a.k.a. Jalen freaking Hurts. You don't like him because, 1, he's the quarterback of your Philadelphia Eagles. What up, Aaron? What up, Rock the Artist? 2, he replaced Carson Wentz. Oh, some of y'all loved him. I did. Right? Number 3, Howie Roseman. Oh, Howie. Oh, Howie T. Howie T, if you damn right. Acknowledge him.
Acknowledge me!
All because how Howie T built a team around Jalen. You had Micah Parsons. This is what's funny, right? You had Micah Parsons come out here and literally say about this man right here, was it Jalen freaking Hurts or was it the team? So because of Devontae Smith, my God, because of A.J. Brown, because of Miles Sanders, because of Goddard, because of that defense that had 70 sacks, you want to question him? Him! You want to question this man right here? That's what you want to do? Hey, I'm sorry that all he does is win. I'm sorry that all he does is win. I'm sorry that all he does is win. I'm sorry that he's nothing but a winner. Right? What's the third reason he went to the Super Bowl? Let's go back to this photo right here that I made. He went to the Super Bowl. Huh? You see photo number 2? He went to the Super Bowl. Look at that patch on that jersey. Look at that patch on that jersey. The second photo in the middle. Look at that patch in that jersey. You hated it. Let's be real, you hated it. It pissed you off to know that my boy in his second year as a full-time starter went to the Super Bowl and was 5 minutes away. He outperformed Patrick Mahomes, your God, your savior, the man who can't be touched, and Jalen freaking Hurts went toe-to-toe with him. And it pisses y'all off. It pisses y'all off. Number 3 is what we're seeing right now, whether it's Kelly Green or Midnight. Winner! Think about this. This is his 3rd year. 7 or 8. 7 and 2 or better. 2022. Around this time, he was 8-0. Last year, around this time, 10-1. Now 7-2. You hate him because he's a winner. He represents the Philadelphia Eagles. He took the spot of Carson Wentz. He went to the Super Bowl and went toe-to-toe with God almighty Patrick Mahomes. The media hates him. What up, Nina? They hate your... Nina! Why they hate our boy, Nina? Nina, why they hate our boy? All he does is win. Why they hate our boy for? Huh? Nina, why they hate our boy for? He's sitting on top of the throne. He ain't worried about nothing. Why they hate him for, Nina? Got a bunch of haters. What they hate our boy for? He didn't do nothing. He's sitting on top of the world. Our boy's sitting on top of the world. Right. And you got all these people hating him. You want to know why? Quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles. Howie Roseman built the team around him. Carson Wentz. And all Jalen freaking Hurts does is win. Right? That's why people in the media, hey, thank you, they can't relate to him. Did y'all, and we're going to show y'all the clip. Did y'all saw him on Good Morning America? No wonder y'all hate him. He on Good Morning America. Talking about air conditioners for kids here in Philly. Ain't worried about what nobody says. And y'all can't relate to him. By the way, this is his other room that he's in with his 3 photos. One of them when he began, the other one when he was in the Super Bowl, the third one currently. But this is the real room. And they hate him because my boy right now is sitting on top of the NFC East, and he's a game behind the Lions. He's a game behind the Detroit Lions, which means we handle our business. Not only do my boy get the number 1 seed think about this. Think about this. When Jalen freaking Hurts handles business this season, he will be sitting on top once again of the NFC East and the NFC for the second time. For the second time, my boy will be sitting on the throne of the NFC's number 1 seed, first round bye, home field advantage at the Link, and in the NFC East. But they don't want to tell you that now, will they? They don't want to tell you that. They don't want to tell you that. No, they don't. No, they don't. They don't want to tell you that. They don't like him. You know what? He don't give up. He don't care. He don't care if you don't like him. You know what he's going to do? He's going to work. You know what he's going to do? He's going to work. Don't get better. That's what he's going to do. That's what my boy going to do. He's going to work. He's going to get better. And trust me, there'll be some more photos right here in the photo room. This is just the first. Trust me, that Super Bowl patch photo right there in the middle. Oh, there'll be more. There'll be the NFC photos. There'll be the Super Bowl photos. There will be the Super Bowl champion. Watch. The second he wins a Super Bowl, these 3 photos going to be updated. Going to be updated. Going to be updated. You can book it. I understand why y'all don't like him. I understand. I get it. I get it. I get it. I understand. He's a winner. Carson Wentz. Oh, Howie Roseman. And he's a winner. I get it. You don't like him. He's a winner. Howie Roseman built a team around him. Carson Wentz. He takes his team to the playoffs every single year. I understand. He went to the Super Bowl in his second year when no one thought he could. Went toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes, God almighty. I get why y'all don't like him. I get it. I get it. But guess what? He'll be sitting on the throne of the NFC East real soon. He will be sitting on the throne of the NFC real soon. And these photos right here will be updated every single time. You see him with the number 2 when he started. You see him with the Super Bowl patch the second year. You see him with the Kelly Green on. It will be updated every single time. Watch. Let him win a Super Bowl. These 3 photos, I swear to God. I understand why y'all don't like him. I get why you think quarterbacks like Joe Burrow and Josh Allen and Justin Herbert or Jaden Daniels or Trevor Lawrence and all these other quarterbacks that didn't do nothing. Why y'all think that Tua, Dak, right? Why y'all think they're better than I get it. But soon, all of you will
Acknowledge me!
Y'all lucky that I didn't put the photo of Jalen Hurts versus the Cincinnati Bengals on the wall. You're lucky. You lucky I didn't put Jalen Hurts beating Patrick Mahomes last year or Josh Allen on the wall. You're lucky. You're so lucky. But trust me, a lot of photos will be added to the wall of Hurts. Book it. These are just the 3 ones on the top of my head added to the wall of Hurts. His first debut, him winning the Super Bowl and the Kelly Green. This is just the first of many added to the wall. First of many. You hate him because you ain't him. So, yep. The wall of Hurts. The wall of Hurts. More photos right here. You see him with number 2 here, him in the Super Bowl patch here, the Kelly Green here. More photos added real soon on the wall of Hurts. So let's go on and let's hear his press conference. Y'all enjoy that. I'm going to go on, and I think I got to find some more photos for the wall of Hurts. Okay? So let me just YouTube. That's what we're going to call it. The Wall of Hurts. That's what we're going to call it. Okay? That's what we're going to call it. We're going to call it the wall. We're going to call this photo right here. This photo right here. The Wall of Hurts. 3 photos added almost every single time. Be ready. Be ready. Be ready. So, with that being said, let's take down the Wall of Hurts. And let's listen to our boy, Jalen freaking Hurts. And then maybe we'll listen to him in Good Morning America. Well, maybe. Only because copyrights. So.
John, apparently you're going to be listed as limited today. What's going on with your health right now?
Yeah, it's just a program we have for the mini buy. So I'm fine.
What do you feel like you're getting out of that? Do you feel stronger? Do you feel like it's helping?
Yeah, that's the goal, always. And really, throughout the course of a year, just really making sure you're doing the things you need to do to stay on top of stuff. And that's kind of what we're doing. A lot of other players are doing it as well. So just taking it a day at a time, like everything.
So I assume the mini buy came at a good time then to kind of get right a little bit. It's a long season.
Yeah, I say so. And it's kind of crazy how it's played out because we've had, this early bye week that we've had, this time here. So I think, even when we talk about just our game in general, assessing things and really taking the bye week to kind of go through the same process and, just see how we can become more efficient, how we can clean up the little things, just having those conversations and trying to build.
And what stands out to you specifically on the front seven of that Rams defense when you look at them on tape?
Man, they're young, about a year, but they play like a ton of vets that have played the game for a very long time. They're smart. They got great burst, fly to the ball, and I think their defense in general complements. Every phase complements one another, and so it's a team, man, that creates a lot of havoc. You think traditionally having Aaron Donald there and the difference he's been able to make on the field, but in this absence, they're still creating problems, and so we got a lot of respect for this group, and we gotta come ready to execute and play fast.
Kellen Moore was listed on an NFL.com story today as one of the going to be a hot candidate for a head coaching job. How much has he helped you, and how much would you hate having to go through another offensive coordinator at this stage?
I answer the first question. I think he's added a new approach. I think everything is about point of view, and everybody sees the game differently. As you've heard me say many times that there are X's and O's are kind of one and the same to an extent. Everybody has their different flavor of stuff, and Coach Kellen will say that himself. But it's about how you teach it. It's about how you're coaching certain things. It's about how you run it and how you execute it. And I think for him, he's brought a unique approach. He's brought some new visions for us, and I think it's helped us. I think he's definitely added a dimension for us and who he is and his philosophy of being multiple. And I think there's another dynamic to him that's new to him. And having a guy back there that's mobile and can play the game and stretch the defense in multiple ways. And so I think it's always an adjustment, a navigation, and all of those things. But nonetheless, he's been great.
Would you be surprised if he got that offer?
I said I answered the first question, so I'll leave it at that.
I tried to ask it differently.
Yeah.
Jalen,
I don't know if you've ever been totally healthy by the playoffs end of the year. Is what you've done this past week kind of preventive to maybe get to the playoffs like healthier than you've ever been?
Yeah, I mean, I think everything is about that. I think that's for all of us too, the whole entire team, and being ready to go in this point of the year. I think it's not about I think it's necessarily about all health. I think it's the mentality where we are. We're entering a phase of the year where things could have very easily well, they did. It didn't end the way we wanted to. And so that's at the top of mind. It's in the back of my mind as we're in this phase and putting the emphasis on finishing strong, putting ourselves in a good place.
You mentioned that multiple aspect in your ability to do a bunch of different things, and maybe that's new for Kellen. How much has it grown to this point? How much more can it grow?
As far as what?
As far as utilizing your unique skills versus maybe a more traditional pocket quarterback.
I think it has its place. I think it's a good issue to have. And I think for me, I've gone out there and done what I've been asked to do, and it's been cool for me to learn different ways of playing a position, and learning different point of views of how they coach it and different philosophies and what they see and what we're trying to attack and execute. And so I always challenge myself to find ways to execute and win in any type of situation. That's a thrill I get out of that, and kind of to your question with all the different changes, all the different approaches, um, finding a way to figure it out, and get it going. And so, I know it's kind of by choice, and when you're multiple, it's just a matter of having a good discernment to when to use those things and not use the different tools that you have. And so that's something I'm sure we'll navigate as things go on.
I'm sorry. A sentiment that Nick shares with us often is that Jalen Hurts is a winner, right? And how much do you think winning is a quarterback stat? If that question makes sense.
I don't like to get into the stats, but I mean, winning is the only thing that really matters. And I'm not going to sit up here and judge. Everybody has their own opinion on that, but it's the only thing that matters. Everything else is subjective to how they see and how they want the position to be played. But go win.
And there have been times that we've spoken to you where you've spoken about the standard, right? And don't focus on the result, focus on playing to the standard, right? How do you balance or weigh playing to the standard that you have and simply you could throw 5 touchdowns, you could throw 5 interceptions, but it's the win and the loss at the end of the game.
Yes, it's a tough balance. It's a tough balance, and it's both of them are hard. Both of them are hard, and I think when you place the importance of winning as priority, you can find a way to weather through the other stuff. But, I never want to compromise my standard. And I think, I think when you're talking about, well, how would you compromise your standard? I think certain things are challenged when, you have so much change. And so reality is the standard changes within the change you have, because I'm not doing the same things. I'm not having the same success with the same people. When you're having different success, when you're having similar success, when you have success in general, but the people around you are changing, how is it the same? And so that's been a challenge that I've had to overcome, and it's been fun, and it's been a thrill in that. What I prefer, but ultimately, my job is to go find a way, and yeah.
Take 2 more questions.
I know you're on TV every Sunday, and that's playing football. Yesterday was kind of a different element for you on Good Morning America. How does it feel to do that kind of thing when you're not in control of what you do on the football field and you're in that situation with those guys?
Yeah, I think just having an opportunity to be on GMA and bring light to the different things that our community needs and our youth needs, and that's what the Jalen Hurts Foundation was founded for, to bring light on mentorship, progressing the youth with good opportunity, and serving them. And foundation has some great initiatives to try and bring light to. It has some great initiatives to make efforts to minimize some of the issues that that are plagued, not just in Philadelphia, but many school districts across the country. And just want to try and raise awareness to it, and bring some good light to it, so we can make change and give kids the opportunity they need to do.
Having fun. You look like you were having fun.
I'm always having fun. Don't let a smile fool you, nor a straight face.
Last one. In football circles, you're typically referred to as a coach's son.
Mm-hmm.
On the show yesterday, they referred to you as an educator's son,
Mm-hmm.
right? Is that distinction important to you? And how has that influenced you, the part of being an educator's son?
Well, I think it's influenced me greatly. It's influenced me greatly. I think to have the different passions that I have, and be passionate about, the education system, and the youth, even this game, and being a student of the game. It's a thing of respect, and I respect the giver. I respect someone that comes in and tries to reach one and teach one and uplift someone as they climb. And I think that's where it all begins. It's just being able to see good examples of people being patient, being guided by someone they respect, and that has done it. And all those things matter. And I think that's why I lean towards the foundational principles, and the efforts that I've been able to make in that, and just trying to serve, and trying to mentor and teach, and progress those watching, and those that need progressing. Nobody's ever a full representation of what they'll be. No one's ever a full product. So whether it's on the field, off the field, whatever it is, we should all be trying to better ourselves and learn from our mistakes, and be wise in that, and grow. And I know who needed the most is the youth.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ain't Jalen. Whoops. Yep, that's my boy. That's my boy. Now, let's see if we can watch GMA. But I don't think we can. We? Yeah. Let's watch it. Hold on. Let me go on X real quick. See if I can watch it there, because, copyrights. Hold on. Okay. I'll check that later. Let me go ahead and let's see. 21 people up in here. Salute to everybody. Rocking with your boy. Hold on. Let me. Jalen freaking hurts my guy. Jalen freaking hurts my do. Where is it? Because I know he was on GMA. Hold on. Here it is. Let me pause it. So, we got it. What up, Wanda? We just talking about our boy Jalen freaking Hurts. We just talking about our boy Wanda Jalen freaking Hurts. Right? And of course, acknowledging him on the walls of Hurts.
Acknowledge me!
Yep. We just talking about our boy Jalen freaking Hurts, Wanda. Let me just rename this as the wall of Hurts. Yeah. Yeah. The wall of Hurts. Yep, and we're going to watch it. We're about to watch it right now on GMA. Y'all enjoy on GMA. Make sure I got everything.
With honestly, one of my favorite guys. You know he must be if I'm going to say it, because the Philadelphia Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts, his team is having another big year, and Jalen is a big part of that. He's showing big support for Philly schools with his Jalen Hurts Foundation. Jalen Hurts, welcome to GMA. Welcome to GMA.
Thank you.
And, you know, before we get into football, I want to talk about your involvement in the Philly schools. You're very involved in the Philly schools. Your parents are educators.
Yeah.
They help you start your foundation. So tell us about that.
Yeah, just it's something that happened very naturally. You know, the Jalen Hurts Foundation was something that began and was brought to light this year. But it was always in me to be impactful and of service in the community, you know, whether I was at Alabama, Oklahoma, and now being Philly being my home. And so, you know, I just wanted to create something that really fostered mentorship to our youth, something that could help progress our youth and serve our youth. And there are multiple ways to do that, you know, and it's been a fun process in that I've been able to give back.
One of your programs is called TDs for ACs. Explain what that is.
Yeah. You know, competitively, you always want, you know, the main thing is always to go out there and win and do what you can to help your team win. But, you know, it extends an opportunity to not only get the fans engaged, but to have purpose behind every touchdown. And it was something that I really thought about, the foundation team thought about, and just trying to continue to foster the change that we already began. Coming into it, it was something so natural. I've never watched the news. I'm always locked in and on to the next thing. But I caught one day, that kids it was just fall, and it was rising temperatures in Philadelphia. And in the school district of Philadelphia had to cancel school because it was so hot, and they didn't have the proper air conditioning systems to keep the kids in school. And I mean, something so simple. I mean, but yeah, so challenging and so important. And that happened, and I saw that on the news, and it kind of caught me. And it took some time to get involved and you know, get the change made. But we were able to. So in the spring of this year, everything was finalized. We had 314 ACs installed, and that impacted over 10 schools in the school district of Philadelphia. And so the touchdown for ACs pretty much extends that initiative. So now for years to come, it'll be something that I'll be able to share with the city, with the school district, and be able to impact those kids in that way.
You're having a great season, 6 wins in a row.
I think about it. I'm like, man, you know, how many touchdowns could I have? But nonetheless, it always helps. It brings, you know, it brings a great spirit to the city too. So that's important. And you know, those kids are always watching every single thing.
I got to ask about the tush push play. Yes, I had to say that out loud. Here's Jason Kelsey explaining exactly what it is.
Here they go, and they pick it up.
I like a glove. There we go.
Okay, so what is tougher, that or a sack?
Sacks are no fun. Yeah.
Fun for me.
I'm sure you get a lot of pleasure out of that. But
my boy,
very strong. You know, the technique he has behind it, and now the guys we have doing it now, they do it really well too. So it's definitely a group effort when we do that.
And I have the final question.
Oi!
For all those Eagles fans who are watching, for our stage manager, Brad, who wore his special Eagles shirt in here today, are the Eagles going to...
You even got an Eagles fan right there. Watch they talk about football.
Good answer.
Elias ain't falling full of wee-woo.
It's been a fun year.
My boy ain't falling for no wee-woo.
To overcome, and there's so much more out there for us to do, and so we just want to take it a moment at a time, and hopefully in that we can rack up these the touchdowns for AC.
Look at that smile on his face. Look at that smile on his face. That's a leader right there. I understand why y'all hate him. Wanda, I understand why they hate him. I understand. Look at this smile on his face. I understand why y'all hate him. Look at this smile on his face. I understand why y'all don't like him. Your quarterback wish he was on Good Morning. Look at this smile on his face. Your quarterback wishes he was on GMA. I understand. I get it. Your quarterback wishes he was on GMA. Look at this smile on his face. I understand why y'all hate him. I get it. I would be mad at him too if my boy was on GMA. Focus on the kids. I would be mad too with this smile on his face. Look at that. Y'all told me he don't smile much. Y'all told me he don't smile much. Get up out of here. I also understand something else too, why y'all don't like him. Let me just go right here. I gotta go. I got another reason why y'all don't like him. You ready? This is gonna shock y'all. Ready? I know full well that some of y'all are mad that this is what he rocks with. I know some of y'all are mad that this is who he rocks with. High school sweethearts. Look at him now, engaged. You're mad that this is who he rocks with. He's engaged with her, and you wish you had her. I know that makes you mad. I can go down the list of why you don't like Jalen. I know Bree Burrow is probably the reason. Ain't it? Ain't it? He's a winner. He took the spot from Carson Wentz. Howie Roseman built around him. Went toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes. Goes to the playoffs every year. Everybody and their mama loves the guy. He got himself a hottie of a girl that you wish you would have. I understand why y'all don't like Jalen. He's a winner. He goes to the playoffs every year. Went toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes. Took the spot of Carson Wentz. Howie Roseman, oh Howie T builds around him. And he got this. This. You wish you had her. I even saw a video. Where's it at? I even saw a video. Where it at? Where it at? I even saw a video. I even saw a video. Hold on, wait. I saw a couple. There's Jalen, and there's Brandon Graham. I think Brandon Graham going to his lovely lady. Who's that right there? Oh, Bray. Bray. Watch them take a photo together, all three of them. I wish I had that photo. Ah! I got another one. I got another one. Look at him. Let me give you a close-up. Look at him. You win. You wish you was Jalen Hurts with the money, the power, the respect, the fame, the girl. You wish you was Jalen Hurts. I understand why y'all don't like him. I get it. I understand now. I get it. You don't like him. Well, here's tip. There are other teams that you could be a fan of if you don't like Jalen. Other teams. Patrick Mahomes is all. Go be a fan of him. Go be a fan of. It's okay. We'll take your card. You could be criticizing him. I get it. You have every right. But the hate? Don't be mad that he took your girl. Look at him. I understand why y'all don't like him. I get it. Well, here's the thing. Jalen Hurts ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. He's going to stay the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles. Y'all can run all you want to. I don't care. You're going to be the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles, and there ain't a damn thing you can do about it. Let's go to ESPN. Go to the Rams. What my boy needs to do to get this dub, to get this win. I understand why y'all don't like him. I understand. I get it. Right. I had to let that out, y'all. I did. I had to let that out. I had to let that out. So let's go to the defense. We got some guys that has taken sacks and fumbles and interceptions on the defense side of the ball. We got Lake, who had 2 sacks this year, and I think an interception, right? We have Curl, who don't have a sack, but boy, he had an interception and a couple fumbles. Turner has 5 sacks, I think 3 interceptions and a couple of fumbles. So their defense is good. Okay, their defense is good. Okay, as we can see here by the team stats. Okay, total points per game. The Rams, 21.3. Opponents, 23.9. Total points. 213, opponents 239. Total touchdowns, 22 for them, 25 for the opponents. First downs, 206 for them, 204 for the opponents. Rushing first down, 65 for them, 73 for the opponents. Passing first down, they got 118, the opponents got 111. First downs by penalties, they got 23, the opponents got 20. Third down efficiency, they are 39 and 115. Their opponents, 34, 116. Third down completions, 33.91. The opponents, 37.93. Fourth down, 8 of 14. Opponents, 5 of 6. Fourth down percentage, 57.14. Opponents, 83.3. Now for the passing. Right? Russian. Let's get to that attempt. The point I'm trying to make is for Jalen. Protect the ball. Give it to Saquon Barkley. Give it to A.J. Brown. Give it to Devontae Smith. Give it to Devontae Smith, my God. Give it to A.J. Give it to Goddard. Hopefully the offensive line protects you, and defense help you out. Do what you've been doing since the bye. And if you do that, we get a win. Now, you heard from Jalen, right? You heard from Jalen. He's fine. The reason he's saying that because a lot of people are worried. Oh my gosh, Jalen Hurts, he's on the injury report. He's on the injury report. Okay, allow me to show you what was said. Okay? Let's start with John Clark. Okay? So John Clark says Jalen freaking Hurts will be listed as limited practice today. He is doing a program strengthening his lower body. Jalen Hurts will be full participant at practice tomorrow and Friday before heading to LA. Jalen said it's just like all of his teammates. They want to be completely healthy for the playoffs. Right? Now, they said limited, so let's go to the injury report. Okay? So, Bryce Huff with a wrist, didn't practice. Jelix Hunt with an ankle, didn't practice. Devontae Smith with a hamstring, didn't practice. Milton Williams with a foot, didn't practice. Nakobe Dean with a groin was limited. Brenton Covey with a shoulder was full. And we know why Jalen freaking Hurts was limited with an ankle. Okay? So all in all, let's get this dub, Jalen. Let's get this win. And one more time for the people in the back. I understand why y'all don't like Jalen. I get it. Unfortunately for y'all, you're going to have to deal with him for a long time. And who knows? Maybe you will be added to the wall or the hall of Jalen freaking Hurts. Who knows? And with that being said, fly, Eagles, fly. Go, Birds. And remember, to acknowledge.
Acknowledge me!
Acknowledge Jalen freaking Hurts as your, whether you like it or not, acknowledge Jalen freaking Hurts as your franchise quarterback. Thank y'all for coming to the Jalen freaking Hurts Kingdom. Hurts Kingdom. Jalen freaking Hurts Kingdom. Hurts Kingdom. Jalen freaking